Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh. This is Josh.
Hi.
And today we're talking about the Hobbyking Tuff Trainer.
Tuff Trainer.
It's for all you babies out there, just like me.
Yeah, you're not a baby, you graduated, man. You're totally unplugged.
Well, yeah, but still, it's for kids.
This is not my plane. This is this guy's plane. And you know what? We wanted to, it said tough on it. So we really wanted to see how tough it was. This plane has been living with my friend Josh here for what, a week?
Yeah.
For a week. And look, check this out.
It's in one piece.
It's in one piece. Now we got some dirt on there.
It's a little muddy right here.
So there's proof that Josh didn't just put it in his closet. He actually took it out and put it through the test.
That is love mud.
And what was your experience?
It was pretty good, you know? There's a few things that we had to alter. It was really tail heavy, so we had to put some weight on the front here. We put some weight on the sides, and then you actually put some weight down on the inside, didn't you?
Yes.
Another thing is that the rubber bands here that hold the wing on is very convenient because all you have to do is pop it off. But it does press down here, giving you kind of unintentional flaps. But for me right now, I don't really mind that so much because it just keeps me from going too fast.
Well, I'll tell you, do you know the other purpose for the rings? Rubber bands
for
on
the
wings?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Flick them at people.
Flick them at people.
It's like a weapon.
You can flick them at people, but also, in many trainers, the rubber bands actually protect the plane.
Okay.
You want to guess why?
To absorb shock.
Yes,
So
you nailed it, brother.
If you crash, it gives a little
bit of give.
To it. Yeah.
A little bit of give.
Okay.
And that's an important thing for you guys to know out there. A lot of tendency is to put so many rubber bands on, it's so tight, and obviously you got this gouge in here, and that was doing it with just even a few. But it's important just to put enough on there to hold the wing on nice and sturdy. You obviously don't want it to rip off or to pull loose in midair, but you don't want it to be so tight that when the plane does hit or cartwheel, it doesn't have any flex in it. It will damage the plane a lot more. So
one other thing that we did was
this is cool.
Yeah, they want you to put the battery down inside with the wings off, but if you have to change out your battery, you know, you're flying around and your battery goes, you want to be able to get in there conveniently. So what we did was we cut a little window right here at the window, made a little flap so that it pops open. You can stick your battery in there.
It's like a full scale.
No problem. So, you know, just get a knife, or I mean, if you got some spare time, just scrape away with your fingernails and you'll eventually cut through. But whatever you want to do. This is made out of EPP.
An EPP, it's made out of EPP. It's good stuff.
Which is great, you know, because once again, if you're gonna crash it, you know, it takes a hit pretty well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of easy to put it back together, right?
Yeah, what was your experiences in crashing it?
I had one bad experience, just one. And
one bad one.
It did a little cartwheel. And the only thing that really happened besides the mud right here is that the motor mount came loose. Nothing was broken, you know, the shaft wasn't bent or anything like that. It's just the motor mount just popped right off. So we just glued it right back on.
2 beads of hot glue and it's back and ready to go.
You have your prop saver here, ponytail holder, whatever you want to call it, to help it stay on.
Now where's the ailerons?
The ailerons are not here.
Yes.
They are nowhere to be found.
They're gone.
They are on vacation.
Yes.
With this guy. All you got is you got your elevator and rudder. That's all you got.
Yep.
There's no bank and yank. So when you make a turn, you don't have to correct as much.
Exactly. Do you know how dihedral works?
I don't. Why don't you explain?
You want to hear how dihedral works?
Let's hear it, Dad.
Well, I'm not going to get real scientific, but basically, when this plane is turned up like this wing is generating less lift than this wing. So what happens is this loses lift, brings you back to the right again. So that's why if you ever see planes with real extreme dihedral, they really want to self-right all the time. Now you got to balance that carefully with the type of plane and type of flying you have, but basically as the plane turns up, this wing loses lift, this one gains it, comes back. So the happy point is right in the middle. Now that little carbon fiber, there's not much carbon fiber in this bad boy, is there? So what do you got? You got some in the elevator?
Yep.
None in the wing other than just where the rubber bands are, right?
Yeah.
Wow. How long did it take you to put it together? Because you and Chad did this, right?
Chad did a lot, and I learned a lot by watching.
There you go.
And it took about 45 minutes, I think.
About 45 minutes? All right, brother. Now, I had nothing to do putting this thing together. It was you and Chad. So is this an ARF? Did you have to put the servos and all that stuff in there?
No. The servos are already in there. It's not an ARF. It's not an ARF. It's an NARF, not ARF. It's a NARF.
It's a NARF. It's not an ARF.
NARF.
And probably also known as a plug and fly then, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
You could say that. Only thing you probably need is what, your battery and your receiver and a transmitter.
Right.
Correct?
Exactly.
All right, brother. Well, I'll tell you what. We talked about the outside. Why don't we go ahead and show everyone what's on the inside? Sound good?
Yeah.
Hey, do the rubber bands come with it?
Yes, they did.
Very cool.
All right.
Well, all right, for you guys out there, the reason we're not taking the wing off is because Chad put the antenna on the wing here for diversity, I believe is what's considered. Basically, just get the best signal possible. And why don't you show them the guts inside there?
Servos are right here, and what do you think, about 5 grams?
5 grams sounds good.
I think that sounds
good. A little bit smaller than a 9-gram servo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Here we got our speed controller.
It's a nice speed controller. It takes a 3-cell battery, and it's matched to the engine from the factory, so you guys don't have to worry about what it is because it's awesome. Right. All right, I'll tell you what. The wind's kind of calm right now.
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna be out there. Let's go and wrap this up so you can
sure.
dazzle people with your awesomeness.
Dazzle.
All right, there we go. Yep, wind feels good. Yep, that feels great, brother.
Sure it's not gonna come off?
It won't come off, I promise you.
Okay.
Unless you cartwheel it.
If you say so.
Yep.
This is coming from the guy who lost several canopies in California, but that's okay.
Yeah,
let's go.
The canopies. Okay, all right, another beautiful day.
Hey, look at this.
Carbon fiber.
Guess there is one in the wing.
Oops.
That's all right. More rigidity, huh?
More rigidity is good. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing up in the air, man.
Okay, let's go.
All right. I'll tell you what.
Train me?
Yeah, I'll trade you. You're the one that's gonna be holding the transmitter because you're flying. All right.
A little tip for you guys: when you're putting on your neck strap, hold down your throttle because sometimes the neck strap can catch on that.
And that's really scary when that happens.
Yeah.
Another important thing is I think we've mentioned before, but to reiterate, since this is a trainer, turn your transmitter always on first. Let it turn on. Make sure you have plenty of power in there.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. Beautiful, brother.
Now the wind is catching it a bit. Wow, it feels really weird. I'm not used to this weight. Whatever's
You
in
want me
there.
to take that weight out of it for you?
different?
Is it more nose heavy or tail heavy?
I can't really tell. It just feels like it's really shifting around a lot. I'm okay.
You
I think
okay?
I'm all right. I think
You're doing
a
a really good job.
Thanks, man.
Well, there you go. You're above the turbulence a little bit now.
Yeah, I think that might have been what it was.
How's that feel?
It was good.
Now, my friend here, I'm really impressed. My friend's doing a great job flying this bad boy. He's handling the wind really well because I think this is the windiest you've flown this in. I don't know when you cartwheeled it, but this is definitely kicking up pretty good and the turbulence is pretty good. And this thing's really doing nice.
It's always good to take it a couple mistakes high. Too.
It is good to get a couple mistakes high, really quick too, because then you can trim it out. Get it high first, then worry about trimming. Now for you guys out there, and Josh, I know you know this because you've been practicing, when the plane's coming towards you, your right and left are reversed. So whenever it's coming towards you, if you push your stick towards the low wing, it'll always self-right itself. The whole goal of flying an airplane is always to have control and maintain control, but also to be able to bring it back to level. If you can always get it back to level, no matter what happens, you'll most likely come out, even if you crash. If you fly it into the ground, as long as you're level, you'll be much better off than cartwheeling it or diving it straight in or spiraling.
So think of it as a table, and you always want to prop up the table if it's uneven.
Propping up the table, that's right,
point
brother.
the stick at whichever side is lower, and you'll level out.
Exactly. Bringing her back.
Yeah, I'm attempting to.
You're gonna push towards that low wing.
There we go.
There you go, good job, brother.
Can you bring it in?
Yeah, go ahead and bring it in.
Okay.
Man, you're doing really good.
Thanks, man. This thing glides really good too. You can cut the throttle, and there we go.
We don't mind walking for it.
It's okay.
Beautiful.
A little bumpy, but hey.
Hey, his first solo on camera, man. I am really impressed with you,
We'll
brother.
go check it out. I'm sure it's in one piece, but we'll make sure.
It's a Tuff Trainer.
It's tough. It's supposed to take a beating, right?
And it did great.
All
It
right.
looked like plenty of power, too.
Yeah,
Let's go get it.
check it out.
All right, man. It looks really good.
Okay. Well, it's upright.
It's
That's
upright.
a good thing.
Any landing you can walk away from and
Not die.
Yeah.
And
still have your mustache firmly attached to your motor.
Yeah, it's a little crooked.
A little crooked?
cockeyed, but
Why don't
that's
you fix
okay.
that there, buddy?
You can just, there we go.
Let's
All
go.
right. The battery hatch popped open.
Yeah, that's probably because of my lack of routing it really good. I think when I threw it, it actually popped open.
That's okay.
Yeah. Man, you did good.
Thanks, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'm always talking about flight tips and everything, but you know, you're a newbie and you're getting to the next level. What's some things that you thought?
Well, on a windy day like this, it was important to like kind of work with the wind, you know, try not to work against it so much. When you're coming around a big turn or anything like that, let the wind carry you around, help carry you around. Like I said before, taking a few mistakes high is key because you have, you know, extra time to correct stuff, which I had to correct a lot of stuff. The landing was a little bit bumpy, but the main thing that I did was I cut the throttle, let it coast in, and you know, as bumpy as the landing was, it would have been a lot worse if I had some throttle going. So
yeah,
if all we had to do is straighten the mustache back on, then that's good with me.
That's a good thing. You know, pretty much anytime this thing does land, it's gonna get bumped. That's not a big deal.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for making me feel better.
Yeah, you're good to go, man. I'm really impressed with you, brother. You did a really, really great job.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
No problem. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and charge another battery and get back up in there. I know it's cold, but I'm sure we want to get some more flights on this bad boy. And I want to thank Hobbyking for making such a really cool, actually, I should say distributing. This is made by Tech One, right?
Right, made by Tech One. Yep.
Distributed by Hobbyking. I can imagine these would be in a lot of fields for people learning. I wouldn't hesitate to buy one of these.
Yeah.
EPP, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right.
All right, well, thanks you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right.